Okay, so there's been a lot of noise, a lot of rumors and speculation surrounding Redfall, and I figured I might as well throw my hat into the mix and share my thoughts on what has been said. For those of you who are not in the know, it's been stated that Redfall was internally delayed at Arcane Studios by approximately 6 weeks. This info was initially provided by Okami Games over on Twitter a few weeks ago, and was later corroborated by industry insider and leaker Jez Corden from Windows Central. This means that the game's projected release window of sometime in March, which was never officially confirmed by the way, has been pushed to sometime in May of this year, which, again, has yet to be officially confirmed by either Bethesda or Microsoft. What makes this rumor even more interesting is that the support page for Starfield had gone live on Bethesda.net for a short time, suggesting that the game will be released in the first half of 2023. As of the time of me writing out this script, the support page has actually been taken down, at least for me, because I was unable to access it on my own web browser. Now, Phil Spencer, the head of Xbox, had stated at last year's E3 conference that all the games they were showing would be releasing within the next 12 months, and that includes Starfield and Redfall. The problem now is that the 12-month time frame that was given ends in June of this year. If Redfall is going to be releasing in May, then this leaves only two possibilities. Either Starfield is released before Redfall, which would be potentially catastrophic, by the way, or Starfield is released not even a full 30 days after Redfall's launch, which would also be potentially catastrophic. The problem with Starfield being released before Redfall is that Starfield will absolutely dominate the conversation during and immediately after its launch. Everyone will be playing Starfield. Everyone will want to talk about Starfield. You will hear about nothing but Starfield for a very long time. Starfield, as a result, will completely overshadow Redfall in the gaming landscape, and Redfall might realistically come and go without so much as a mention in the gaming community at large. I really hope I'm wrong, but if history has proven anything, it is that Arcane Studios games are criminally ignored time and time again, leading to low sales numbers at launch. Xbox Game Pass is the only thing in my eyes that could be Redfall's saving grace if it does launch after Starfield, as it would introduce an entirely new demographic to Arcane's signature style. I don't know how well Deathloop has been received since launching on Game Pass, but I would hope that people who played it on Xbox platforms really enjoyed it and would want to see what comes next from the team at Arcane. Now, the problem with Starfield launching in June, not even 30 days after Redfall, is that Redfall's time in the spotlight will be very short-lived before Starfield swoops in and absolutely destroys it. So we basically have a no-win scenario here, because Redfall will undoubtedly not get nearly as much time as it needs to be appreciated by the gaming community. It's hard for me to hear about these rumors and not think to myself that it almost seems like Bethesda just doesn't give a damn about Arcane Studios and how their games perform or how often they're discussed, because the Bethesda Game Studios titles will always earn them the most profit and the most discussion in gaming threads, forums, comment sections, you name it. The fact that Deathloop was so well received with perfect review scores across the board surely has made Bethesda re-examine how they market and publicize Arcane Studios games to a wider audience. I say surely because I really do have a hard time believing that Bethesda would continue to show a seemingly lacking marketing and release strategy for one of their only game launches this year. I know I sound like I'm the whining Arcane Studios fan, but time and again, Bethesda seems content to simply let their published titles flounder and put all of their eggs in the Bethesda Game Studios basket. And don't get me wrong, I understand their position, because BGS games have been consistent moneymakers even decades after their initial launch dates. But Fallout 76 should have shown them by now that they need to be spreading the wealth a little bit more, because putting their eggs in one basket won't last forever. I also know that there's plenty of people who work at Bethesda that follow me on social media and might even watch my videos. I don't want to make it sound like I'm hating or anything. I guess I'm just ultimately confused as to what the strategy is, if there even is one, to be marketing Redfall. I just want it to be known that these concerns I have are coming from a place of genuine passion and love for these games, and I want to see them succeed in every metric possible. The last important detail with regards to these Redfall rumors is the possibility that there may be an early access time frame for the game, similar to Forza Horizon 5 when that game launched last year. Players who purchased Forza's Premium Edition were granted a few days of early access to the game, and Redfall may be receiving a similar treatment. I don't personally feel this is a bad thing, and it's not like Arcane doesn't already have a history of early access for their games. You go backwards in time to when Dishonored 2 was available for pre-order customers. If you pre-ordered the game, you would actually receive access to it a few days early when it launched, and guess what? I was one of those people who pre-ordered, and I got to play it early before launch. This is a lot of info to process, but the last thing I just want to mention in this video is that I'm starting to become very tired and just very jaded with industry insiders coming forward with info like this, because it ultimately doesn't allow the developers or their work to speak for themselves. It's also a little disheartening to have to learn this information after the Redfall gameplay leaks from the previous year that were heavily and, quite frankly, unjustly criticized. I declined to comment on those leaks at the time because, quite frankly, it is not at all representative of what the final product will be, and yeah, just industry insiders coming forward and commenting on the studio's behalf, leaking potential release dates. I'm getting very, very tired of it. And it hits close to home with Redfall because of those gameplay leaks that I mentioned. With all of the ranting and raving out of the way, now I want to know what you think about the rumors and speculation surrounding Redfall. Do you think these rumors have some truth to them, or do you think they're bogus? Would you be interested in an early access period for the game to potentially try it out? What are your thoughts on the growing trend of industry insiders spreading these rumors? Sound off in the comments down below and let's discuss. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to hit the like button and share this video with other members of the Bethesda and Arcane Outsiders community. It really helps the channel to grow and get noticed. Consider subscribing for more Redfall content like this, and be sure to hit that notification bell so you never miss a video. And remember that the outsider walks among us. Thanks for watching, everyone.